Hey everybody, it's Little Hipster, and I wanted to talk to you tonight, so I made another video. It's been like forever since I've made one, and the truth is, I think I've just been getting myself way too bogged down lately with like editing videos, and so what they do is they stay on my computer forever and ever because here's a video where I've like rambled on for an hour and I'm trying to like cut it up and make it interesting. So I think for these next few videos, I think I'm just going to go back to the old school way of doing things for a while because I was really good at just like making a video and not editing it. So I am, for these next few videos, I'm not going to edit them because I'm tired of it and it makes me not upload videos for like ever. And I want to be talking to you guys on a regular basis. So yeah, we're just gonna wing it today. I don't even have an outline or anything. I wanted to talk to you guys today and let you know a little something about myself that not a whole lot of people know unless you're really, really close to me. And that is that I am a huge fan of the band Alabama. And I'm such a huge fan of Alabama that I've decided to do an entire video about it today. I'm wearing my Alabama sweatshirt for this one, as you can see. I got this in high school for a Christmas present, and it's kind of like like a sweatshirt is kind of like a slobby thing to wear or whatever, but for some reason, I think that this sweatshirt, like, makes me look good. I don't know if it's the colors, like the red or something, but I don't know. I think it just does good things for my face. I don't know what it is. I feel like I look good as the person can look in a sweatshirt every time I wear this. It's really weird. But anyways, yes, I am an Alabama fan. I love them. They've been my favorite band since I was 9 years old. And, I know that they're not like Coldplay or the new band Fun or anything that's come out, or like a super cool indie band or anything like that. They're a country music band from the 80s. And I am not too cool to be an Alabama fan. I will just start by saying that because a lot of people make fun of me for it. But I don't care because I am not too cool to love Alabama. Like I said, they've been my favorite band since I was 9 years old, and they were rocking and rolling for a long time. They were, a pretty big country music icon throughout the 80s and 90s. And you ask any band that's popular today, Rascal Flatts, I've heard them say this, we would be nowhere without Alabama, so there are a lot of popular groups out there today who will flat out tell you that they wouldn't be where they are, if they didn't have Alabama to inspire them. So that's why I love them. And they did their farewell tour in, I gotta look at the date here now because I can't remember. They did their American farewell tour in 2004. I think that they were just tired or something. They didn't like break up or anything dramatic like that, but I think that they were just like, all right, we've had our run. It's time to retire, go to our families, and like just live out the rest of life, But anyways, and then just this past year, Brad Paisley had a song called Old Alabama, I think it is, and he had them make sort of a cameo appearance, and they do like a little cut to Mountain Music, which was a really, really popular Alabama song. They do a little cut to that like in the middle of this Brad Paisley song, and Brad Paisley is still like wildly popular, so I think that song actually kind of like brought them back to life, if that makes any sense. I had been following them on Facebook like before that song came out, and after that song came out, they started being more active on Facebook, and they were like, we've decided to come back and start touring again. So I'm like so excited. They're touring again, and I can't believe it because once they retired, I never ever thought that they would come back, like So I'm just really stoked. I've been hearing these rumors that there's going to be a new album that's going to be made, and I hope that's true. I hope it's true because I will buy it. I don't buy CDs anymore, but I will buy that, you know. Um, I feel like I'm going on and on like a crazy person, but I don't care. I don't care. It's my favorite band, and this is my video. I do what I want. Um, Anyways, yes, I've said twice before in this video that I've been a fan of theirs since I was 9 years old. And the story is, I've been hearing their music for a long time. I was just really too young to like comprehend that all these songs that I enjoyed so much were by the same band. But when I was 9 years old, they came out with a song called Angels Among Us. And, you know, I'm not a Christian anymore. And this song is very, very Christian-esque, you know, and they play it a lot at Christmas time. But I still love that song. And when I was 9 years old, that song just sucked me right in. It had a great story, a great melody, you know. Yeah, I just liked it. And I had their album Cheap Seats, which is the album that song was on. I had that on my birthday list, and I did get their tape for my birthday, and it had all kinds of other songs on it that I loved too, and I just didn't realize that they did, like TLC ASAP. I love that one. I'm trying to remember like what other songs of theirs that are on there that I love. Yeah. Just a bunch of them. Anyways, so it all started with the album Cheap Seats for me. Oh, the title track, Cheap Seats. I love that song, and I didn't know that they did that one, you know. Anyways, yeah, so I fell in love with Alabama. I've been buying their records ever since. I've seen them 2 times in concert, and yeah. So I used to have a concert t-shirt of theirs when I went on their farewell tour concert, but I lost it, and yeah, I'm going nowhere with this video. See, this is what happens when I don't edit videos. I like lose a sense of where I am, and I start rambling about dumb stuff. I guess speaking of like t-shirts and Alabama clothing and stuff like that, I have this one here that I wanted to show you. It is it's a concert t-shirt from their farewell tour. It says Kissin' Country 1021 Kisses Alabama Farewell, May 7th, 2004. And then it's got the Kissin' 102 radio station logo on the back. And back when I lived in Kansas and I was working at American Maplin in McPherson, I think that's when they were doing their farewell tour. Yeah, back when I lived in Kansas, that was my favorite radio station to listen to. So I had my concert ticket for their farewell tour in that area. I think it was in Wichita. I'm not sure. But I had my concert ticket. I was really psyched. I was going to go to the concert. And when leading up to the concert in Kansas, all the radio stations were just going bananas because, like, it's Alabama and it's their last show, you know, so all the radio stations in the area were just like promoting it like crazy. And Kissin' 102 was making these t-shirts, and they were just giving them away on a roadside stand along the highway in preparation for this concert. And I was listening to the radio on my way home from work that day, and psyched about going to the concert and everything, and they were like, you know, we're giving away Alabama t-shirts at this roadside stand along this highway, so if you want one, you need to come out and get one. They're going fast, you know. So I legitimately just like, I was like, hold the phone, I have to get one of these t-shirts. So I was like, argh! And I like went to the roadside stand, pulled over, and this, I think it's like it's an extra large. This extra large t-shirt was the last size that they had left. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll take it even though it's an extra large. But anyways, that is the story with this t-shirt. I loved Alabama so much that I had to like pull my car over to get a free t-shirt. I used to have a t-shirt from their 1987 tour, I think it was. Uh, I got it at like a thrift store. I found it and bought it, and it was so cool. It was all like 80s with like it was like their picture on the front with, you know how they used to do in the 80s, they used to just put like geometric shapes on things, like a circle and a triangle and stuff like this. And it was the Just Us tour, and I think it was 1987. It was the year. Anyways, when I moved out of my dorm in college, I lost it. So I lost their Just Us tour 1987 with all the bright colors. I lost it in the move. So if anybody out there is listening to this and you know where I can get another t-shirt like just like that, if you know the one I'm talking about, like, please let me know, because I've been searching for one like forever. So yeah, tragically, I lost an Alabama t-shirt, and I think about it all the time. I never forget about that Alabama t-shirt that I lost. I wanted to show you some other stuff of Alabama that I have. I already put this one in one of my videos. This is their live album, and I liked it so much on CD that I just had to get it on vinyl. It's from Grimey's, which is a record shop in Nashville. But anyways, yep, I love that record. And you know what? I am not too into the Confederate flag at all whatsoever. It actually really annoys me, but Alabama puts it on like almost all their stuff. So please don't be offended that I'm showing this and it's like the Confederate flag. I do not, stand by the Confederate flag at all. Anyways, this is their My Homes in Alabama, which I believe was their first record, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right? Am I saying that right? Yeah, but I have this one on vinyl, and I got this from Grimey's as well. And this is the back of it. So, yeah, pretty proud of that little find there. And this record, yet again with the Confederate flag, is actually pretty special to me because this was actually, I think it was my mom's record before I was even born. She bought this record, and it's been sitting in my parents' record collection for forever. When I was 9 years old, shortly after I discovered I liked Alabama, I went back through their records and saw this, and I had to play it like nonstop. My mom and dad didn't give me permission to steal this record, but I just took it anyway, because I was like, well, I'm the only one listening to it, and I'm the only one that appreciates it, apparently, so I took it, and now it is in my record collection. So yeah, those are that's the Alabama that I have on vinyl. I have a ton of their CDs as well. I really love their Greatest Hits CD, where it's like a 2-disc set, and it's got like 22 songs on like each disc, and it's all their #1 hits. I really like that one. That is a good one. And I wanted to show you this too. It's a Alabama farewell tour anniversary booklet type thing. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just full of like their stories and pictures of their memorabilia and everything like that. The back looks like this. It's just like a huge collage of like Alabama memorabilia. So anyways, yeah, I love this thing. When I first moved to Nashville, I was working in the Charlie Daniels store and museum, which basically had everything to do with country music in it. I was working as a cashier, and I saw this on our shelves one day, and they didn't seem to be very popular. They weren't necessarily flying off the shelves, My boss had just ordered like 3 of them, and none of them had sold. But to me, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. And it was $10, but I used my employee discount to buy it. So I bought it, and I'll show you a little bit of what it has in it. You open it up, and straight away it's like this giant picture of like the 4 of them. It used to be 4 of them. Their drummer is kind of out of the picture, which is, I guess, kind of okay. But yeah, you flip through it. Oh, and I love this one too because it shows like a bunch of pictures of them like throughout the years. I just love that. And it starts off with like their story, and it tells you like everything about them. And like I really love this picture of the Bowery in South Carolina, I believe it is. I feel like. I don't know. I guess I could read it. But in these old pictures of them like performing like at small venues and stuff, I really just love that so much. Here's another one. And I just love it so much because, I mean, if you didn't know, I'm in a band, Third Wheel Tuesday. And that's kind of where we are right now. You know, we're playing all these small venues and we're living like the exact same life as they were living. You know, we're all best friends and we live together and, you know, we're just toughing it out in these little restaurants and bars, you know. And then soon, as you can see, they got to be on stage with Willie Nelson. So that's a really cool picture. Like, this is just my dream, like, played out in front of me. That's what they've been doing, like, all this time. And then it's got, like, an individual bio for everybody. There's Randy, he's the lead singer. And it just shows everybody. And, yeah, I'm just flipping through this book just like amazed right now. I'll tell you how much I love this book. Oh, look at this nice picture. They're all in tuxes and they're like cheersing to their career with like wine or champagne. That's what that is. I'll tell you how much I love this book. When I moved to Florida from Nashville, we didn't have much room in the little Chevy Aveo, so I only got to take like a choice number of items with me, and this book was something that I chose not to leave behind. So that's just an example of like how important Alabama is to me, and how much I love them, you know. This is a picture of all their fans at the June Jam, you know. And like everybody always dogs on me for being an Alabama fan, but I'm like, look at this picture. I'm not the only one, clearly, you know. They used to be a huge deal, and they're going to be a huge deal again. I just know it. I'm just so happy that they're coming back. I'm going to flip through this book here and see if there's anything else like super pertinent that I want to share. Oh, this is like the finale of the book, and the question to them was kind of like, what was special for you about like this whole ride, and what are you going to do now that this is your farewell tour and it's all over? And I want to read their quotes if that is okay with you. I just want to decide what order I want to read them. Okay. Yeah, okay. See, this is why I need to edit videos. Okay. I want to start with Teddy's response to that question, and he says, because this is our farewell tour, my family will be joining me in some of the cities. That way the fans and my family can share in the musical celebration together. And let me tell you, like, I can identify with that as a band member, you know, like, there's nothing better than, like, when my friends and family can be at shows, like, that just feels so good. I love it. And even though Mark's out of the band, I want to read his response too. He said, we are looking forward to making this tour special by doing shows that are memorable for our fans and for us. I have a lot of good memories from being on the road, and I want to add to those memories with this tour. And man, I can identify with that too. There's nothing like touring. There's nothing like being on the road with your band and just having the time of having the time of your life. As Willie Nelson says, like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. And that's exactly what it's like when you're on tour. Jeff said, every show on this tour will be a celebration of our career, our music, and our fans. And our primary goal will be for everyone to have a lot of fun. And yeah, that is exactly the idea there. Yeah. Let's see here. And last but not least, Randy's quote, which I feel just like rings in my soul like the most out of all of them. He says, on this tour, I'm going to mentally visualize every city before we get there. As we get close to each city limits, I'll start remembering the special friends there from radio, media, and fans, and I'll get ready to enjoy their company again. And that's what I'm like on tour also. And with things like this that are like coming to an end, I tend to try to like savor every bit of it, you know. And just reading that, I was just so glad that he did that, and I hope that he successfully did that. And you know, I just love that he said that, basically, and I hope that that was a success for him. I hope that it made the tour wonderful for him. Anyways, that's pretty much that whole book that I wanted to share with you, and this video is like 20 minutes long, so that's no good. But yeah, I love Alabama, and if any of them ever see this, which I think I'm actually going to make this a video response to one of the videos on their channel, so hopefully they will see it. I just want you to know how much I love you and how much your fans are so glad to have you back. I'm sure of it, you know, like I'm glad that you're back, and I'm glad to see you on television again, and I'm glad to see you on Facebook, which you never were on before, but you are now. So I'm just really happy, and I am really touched as a musician. I'm really touched to see somebody retire, you know, and think that it's all over, and then a few years later come back and be able to say, you know what, it's really not over, and we're going to do this again, and we're going to be just as popular as we were before, and we're going to come back and remember all those people that loved us, you know. So yeah, Alabama, I love you. If you're watching this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to eat your fruits and vegetables. Bye-bye.